Hey, my name is Lucas, and what
did he say his name was?
I really don't know, Frenzy. Rumble, dang it! Here comes a freaking crap storm. But anyway, welcome back to the Collection Zone, and today we are going to be reviewing...
Behold, GALVATRON.
Orson Welles. No. This is my job. Don't do that. So yeah, anyway, so there's this figure, and we review toys, and the packaging don't matter. I'm so out of whack here, sorry. Anyway, so today we are going to be reviewing, the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Leader Class
GALVATRON.
And yes, the time has come. It's finally here. Yes! I'm so happy. So a little bit backstory. I'm not gonna go too in depth with this. Basically, what happened was, I went to the St. Lucie West Walmart, because I had enough money to buy a Leader Class or a couple of Voyagers, or Voyager and Deluxe, and a bunch of combinations. Anyway, so what I did was I went to the St. Lucie West Walmart. I had to pick up a couple things, and I went to the toy section because that's what I usually do when I go to Walmart. And I see the very last sweep there, Studio Series 86 sweep. So I'm like, I'm taking this home with me. And I go out, I pay for it, and I'm like, yes, I finally have a sweep. Now I only have one left to get. But then I realize, now I'm not going to be able to get a Leader Class figure, because this is around like November, around like, before Black Friday. I think it was like the Monday before Black Friday. So, I get home, I'm like, I need to freaking return this and go to Target on Black Friday. So, I'm messing around with the sweep, a little bit. And I'm like, I've got to return this. I've got to return this. So what happened was, Black Friday comes around, and we're getting off, and I'm getting out of the office. We're done with work for the week. And basically, I said to my dad, listen, we were going to get gas. I'm like, listen, I need to run into Walmart real quick. I need to return something. So I run to Walmart, I return it, and I get my full money back. And I'm like, okay, now I've got a good chance. So then I'm like, I need to go to Target right now. Like, I need to go to Target. So what happened was, I think, actually, you know what? This was, I think, Thanksgiving Day. This was Thanksgiving Day, that I returned the sweep. So I'm like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to freaking Walmart, and I'm looking for a Galvatron. So, because it was a win-win situation if I returned the sweep. If I return the sweep, I have the money, and if there was a Galvatron at Target, I would have been like, I'm picking this up, I'm going home, screw my money. Not literally. But on the other hand, if there wasn't a Galvatron, I would be like, okay, that's fine. I'll wait until another opportunity presents itself, and I'll get a Galvatron then. That way, I have the money. I have the money to get Galvatron. But, Black Friday, but I was like, please, for the love of God, please let there be a freaking Galvatron at Target on Black Friday, because Black Friday would be the most logical choice to get a Galvatron. So I go to Target, I go in myself, and I run straight to the toy section. I'm looking for the Transformers. I spot the Transformers, and I go to where the leader class shelf is. And there's a bunch of Ultra Magnuses. I'm like, no, please don't, please don't. And then in the very back, I see a little orange cannon. I pull it out. The very last Galvatron there. I'm like, you're coming home with me.
I belong to nobody!
I go up to the cash register, and I try to put in my money, and I'm short a few bucks. So I texted my dad saying, I'm going to need you come in here and pay for the remainder. And he was like, sure. So what happened was he came in, and he was going to use his red card to get 5% off. But his red card was not working, so we couldn't get the 5% off. So what happened was I put in my money. Well, first off, I put in my bills. Then he was gonna pay for. He was about to pay with the remainder with his credit card, and basically, what happened was he was thinking, you know, oh, I'm gonna use my red card, get 5% off. Now, and then his red card wasn't working. So the clerk, no disrespect on the clerk, but I think there was a better way for you to do that. So basically what happened was she just erased everything, because she had to put in an amount of how much money I had. So basically what happened is that she basically erased all the amount of money that I put in. And then she was like, what the heck are we supposed to do? And then my dad was like, well, I could just pay for it fully. And, you know, he put his card in thinking, you know, he could pay for the remainder. He ended up paying for it fully. So I was like, are you kidding me? He paid for it fully. That's not what I wanted. So basically what happened was, he paid for it fully. However, I did give him all the cash that I had on me. And we just went about our day. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, using your dad to fully pay for a Transformer that you could have paid for?
This is bad comedy.
Thank you, Galvatron, for those insightful words. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get into this guy. Ooh, oh, I'm so excited. So here he is in his space cannon mode. As you can see, you have a nice transparent orange plastic cannon here with some paint on top. Some dry brushed paint. Kind of looks scuffed a little bit there. You know, you got your gunmetals, your grays, you know, all around a lot, really, really good. You got the little spike up here, and you know, for being mainline, you know, this actually is pretty clean. You got a little kickstand back here for, you know, adjustability. Speaking of adjustability, articulation wise for the cannon mode, you can raise this up a little bit. I'm not gonna try to do that because, you know, I don't really want to, because it's kind of a little bit of a chore to do, to kind of raise this thing up on an angle. So you know, and you know, he rolls. He does have plastic wheels down here and on the treads. I don't know what I think this is for the hinge, but the plastic wheels are right here. You got the little hinge right there. So yeah, and overall, not a really bad cannon mode. So there you have that. Now, for comparison, what should we start off with? Here he is with Netflix Soundwave. that. Here he is with the Last Night Voyager Megs. There you have that. Here he is with Core Class Megatron. You can see the before and after. Wait. Here he is with Earthrise Optimus Prime. This is not a Lear class. That is. Here he is with Kingdom Cyclonus. And last but not least, here he is with 86 Hot Rod. Now, I don't have the Commander Rodimus, otherwise you would have heard about it. That's actually more elusive to get than this guy. There was 2 re-releases of this mold. There was the Gen Select one, which basically put him in his like G1 toy colors, and there was also the reformatting Galvatron, which is a Pulse exclusive, premium Pulse exclusive, which really pissed me off because that actually looked pretty good. So there you have that. Now, Galvatron here does come with a few accessories. So first off, he does come with these little things, and these kind of look like the Revenge ship, the ship that Unicron gave to Galvatron.
This shall be your ship.
But you know, it's a, you know, the color plastic really isn't my favorite. You know, if this would have been casted in purple, kind of like the rest of the figure, that would have been cool. But you know, it is what it is. You get not 1, but you get 2, so that's pretty cool. Now you can. I'll show these off once we're done getting through the accessories. Next thing you comes with is this chain, which is pretty cool. And you might be wondering, well, what's the use of a chain? Is he gonna have some bling? Yes, he does have bling, because this Galvatron comes in the Matrix. You can see. Camera focus. It is the same Matrix that came with the 86 Hot Rod. This is about the 4th or 5th reissue of this Matrix. Only this time it is completely filled out instead of being transparent plastic. Just for a little bit of comparison, here it is with the Kingdom Matrix, and here it is with the Earthrise one. The one that I have for the 86 Hot Rod has the blast effect in it. But you know, you have your you have transparent blue as opposed to the solid blue. You know, overall it looks pretty good. This was painted. I did fill in the gaps here with a metallic blue, kind of like what I did for this one. You can't really see it on camera. I mean, you kind of can, but you know, you can't really all that well. Otherwise, other than unlike here where you can kind of see it. So you know. So there you have that. Turn off this light. Actually, you know what? Let me keep that on, because it actually helps to light up the entire V station here. So yeah. Now what you can do with this Matrix is you can plug this on to here, and you can have the Matrix on the chain. I'm gonna say this right now. This chain is not really that impressive, but we will get into that in a little bit. Now you can store all this onto Galvatron himself. Can just thread that through the cannon there, and there is a slot right here that is open for a tab in the chain right there. And there you have that. And for these gun ships, you can tab these in. Now there is you don't want to use these. You want to use these little slots here. You want to use the one closest to the one that is closest to the ground for this feature. And there you have Galvatron with a little bit more firepower, as if he needed more firepower because a big freaking cannon wasn't enough. So you know. So there you have that. I don't really display him with these, kind of because, you know, I don't really like him. But if I had like a Unicron figure, I probably would display that with this. So yeah. And the last thing to talk about is the included card. I meant to do this at the beginning of the review, but I got another Dinobot card. But this time, I got a different back card. This is Dynamis. I'm guessing that's a prime. There is an upgrade kit on eBay that can turn your Kingdom Dinobot into this model, but I don't really care for it because I don't know who Dynamis is. So you know. So yeah, there you have that. So I guess that's basically it for the cannon mode. So without further ado, let's get down to transformation. So yeah. So first thing you want to do is just remove the cannon. I mean the matrix on the chain. The cannon. Then what you want to do is you want to remove the cannon proper, and then you want to remove this this back piece. We'll talk about this later. So let's start. So first thing you want to do is you want to come back here. You want to raise this little section up right here. You want to bring all this up. That will tab in like that. Next thing you want to do, and that kind of, you know, droops it down a little bit. Next thing you want to do is you want to take this part right here. You want to untab it. Just swing it forward like that. That will in turn untab this. There is a tab right here that'll go into a slot right there for to better secure this in. What you want to do is you want to bring these up. See, it's a little click there. I'll bring those up like that. What you want to do is you want to bring. There's these two tabs go into slot. Actually, no. These two tabs right here on the legs go into slots back here. So they have that. Just untap that for now. That's what you want to do is you want to untap all this. Just bring it up on the flipping point. There is a tab right here that goes into like somewhere right here. And what you want to do is you want to bring this backpack, this back section here. Just bring that up, bring that out, back and out of the way. Then what you want to do is you want to bring all this up. This tab right here will go into a slot right there. Bring that there. And you can see the molded detail there. They didn't have to do that, but they did. Actually, no, before you actually tab that in, what you want to do is you want to bring this up like that. Then you want to use this chest. You want to bring the head out. And then what you want to do is you want to bring all this down, and at the same time, trying to bring all this down. and try to get this all tabbed in. This is one point of transformation that I have kind of a problem of, lining all this up to where it actually goes in. But then you can tab that in, secure that in. There's a tab in there that goes into a slot right there. That secures that in place. Then what you want to do with the backpack is you want to just bring that down. It's on a couple hinges. Just tab that into where the cannon went. Bring this little spike in. There's a tab that goes into a slot right there, and then you want to bring that up without untabbing that. Just bring that up like that, and there you have that backpack all done. Just bring these up and out of the way so you can take these little things and make them skirt pieces. And then what you want to do is you want to tab. There's a tab that goes into a slot right there, and tab that in. Same thing on the other side. And there is a tab right here that goes into a slot right there. Tab that in. Sorry. No, that's not for anything. Okay. And there you have the arm secured. If you want to, you can bring all this up like that. Let's work on the legs. You do want to split the legs. Rotate them forward. You want to take this little purple piece and just untab it. There's a tab right here that goes into a little groove right here. It's on a couple hinges. You want to bring that back, and there is a tab right here that goes into a slot right there. Boop. It's a little bit tricky to get. There you go. And last but not least, when I'm usually transforming this off camera, I usually forget to do this, but then you want to bring the heel spur back, and there you have a leg all done. Same thing on this side. Untab that, bring it back, tab that in, flip out the heel spur, and there you have the legs all done. Let me just raise up here because he's getting a little bit tall. And we are at the home stretch here, people. Don't worry. What you want to do now is you want to bring all this. It's on a couple hinges. You want to bring this back, and you want to make sure this little rivet detail is hidden behind the tread. Bring the arm down. There's a tab right here that goes into a slot right there. Bring all it down. Bring the arm down like that, and bring out the fist like that. And it's kind of cool how if you have the fist undeployed, there is a slot right there that kind of fills that in, so you know. So you want to do the same thing. I moved the camera. You want to do the same thing on this side. Bring that back. Untab. Flip the hand out. And there you have everything all done. Is that a paint blemish there? I think it might be. I don't know. Just get everything situated. This should be. And we are almost done. I'm just standing awkwardly. And last but not least, we'll do a little touch up here. Just take the two parts that we pulled off the cannon mode, and there's a little port right here that'll go into a peg right there. Or a little peg that'll go into a port right there, my bad. And there you have his particle beam cannon. Now you can port this in a couple ways. You do have these two ports right here, as well as a handheld option, although that one really doesn't work all in your favor. So you can port it down here for that look. If you want the cannon, you know, to be a little bit longer than the arm. Or what I like to do is, you do want to use this for like more dynamic poses. Or what you can do is you can port that in. You do want this to go all the way in, because if you don't, it will just kind of flop around. So to kind of remedy that, this is something that they engineered themselves. I don't know how you can see, but there is a little slot right there between this silver part and the actual port, the actual post. You want to make sure it's all the way in there, and there's a little hexagonal shape right there, and there's a little cutout right here, and that's where the that's what secures the cannon in place. And there you have Kingdom Galvatron in his robot mode. And who sold their soul to make this figure? Honestly, who sold their soul to make this figure? If you sold your soul to make this figure, please comment down below. Honestly, this figure is awesome. I can't believe that this was actually a thing. I forgot that... whatever. It's fine. Nothing, I just forgot something. But yeah, you know, this is a miracle of, you know, engineering. So just bringing him close here for a quick head sculpt. Nicely done head sculpt. You know, you get the purple, cast purple here. You get the silver, which is really good. You get the eyes in there, which I did have to unscrew the entire head to get it painted, because it kind of looks like there's a black outline there. I did not want to ruin that, but I did want to paint the eyes a little bit. You know, you do get some black lines there for the lips as well, for the inside of the mouth as well. You have his little goatee there. You know, you get the black and silver shoulder pads. And just going down the body. Got a nice Decepticon symbol right there. Red for the abdomen. And overall, just a really, really well done figure. Really, really good. I have to applaud Hasbro for this kind of, you know, engineering. So yeah. Now, before we get into articulation, I do want to point out something. This is kind of an older figure. You know, it's not that old, but you know, it's not really like new. This isn't really like a recent figure, so I'm guessing that this isn't a problem now. But I don't know if you guys heard, but around the time when this guy started popping up in stores, you know, people started getting him, there was an issue with the shoulders. There's a couple other reviews out there that show that the shoulders were a lot lower than they're supposed to be. I don't know. You can kind of show this. I don't know if that is, you know, if that helps it a little bit. Let me try it. But I think there is a little bit of a stock difference. But basically, when this guy started circulating around, the main issue that people had was that the shoulders were way too low, like a little bit low. I don't know what you can see in the right now. There's a shadow that actually shows like where everything is. You can't really see it because of the light. But right now I can see a shadow that actually shows like how far down the shoulder is in its, you know, other position. But luckily, you know, later releases of the figure did fix this problem. And for those people who had the shoulder fit, who had that problem where the shoulders were a lot lower than they were supposed to be, there was a fix for that. but also there were, you know, other releases about the time when this guy first released. There were like 2 releases. One had the shoulder fix, the other one did not. And that was basically the main problem with this guy is the shoulders were a lot lower. Luckily, my copy did not have that problem, mainly because, you know, it took, you know, about like 4 or 5 months to actually get this figure. Sorry about that, my phone ran out of storage. But anyway, yeah, so the shoulder fix was done on my figure. So yeah, so now for articulation, or articulation wise, the head is on a ball joint, so you get some wiggle waggle. You look up and down, do full 360. Arms can do a full 360. They can go in and out. You have bicep rotation. You have a double jointed elbow there. And you do have wrist rotation right there. These skirt pieces can accommodate the leg movement. Also, you do have a waist swivel. Legs can go forward that far, back that far. They can do the full split. You can do the full splits. You do have a thigh rotation. You do have 90 degrees of bend right there. You do have a proper ankle tilt. However, if you use that transformation and just, you know, untap that, you can get a lot more mileage out of that. The heel spur can also move. And that's about it for articulation. Now, one of the problems that I have with this guy, that this is not something that one can be fixed and the other cannot. One problem is the treads. You know, they can't really. I wish they had a hinge there that could, you know, fold up. You know, just clean up the silhouette a little bit. I do not know if there is a proper fix. I'm assuming, you know, you can just untab these or unscrew these screws and just, you know, take it apart. I'm not going to try that because I really don't care. But another problem, or another, I wouldn't say it's an issue, but, you know, it's kind of like an undecided, you know, what I'm going to do about it, is the battle damage. Now, this is an easy fix to do. I just take some isopropyl alcohol. I think 91%, I'm not 100% sure. I do have 70 and 91% isopropyl alcohol. I think it's 91% because I used that on Siege Prime to get rid of the battle damage that was already on him, and that actually worked. But for him, I'll have to check. However, I do not know if I want to do that for this guy, because on one hand, the battle damage actually looks good, but on the other hand, you know, it's kind of an indecisive factor of this guy. You know, I don't know what I want to do with the battle damage, so, you know. So there you have that. Now you can take his accessories and you can just put the Matrix on the chain right there. And you can also take the revenge ships. And what you can do here is you can tab them together. Oop. You can tab them together. And you can kind of make a double. Why is this not tabbing in? What the heck? This usually would tab in. Tab together. And you can do that. You know, you can have like a double, like a quadruple shotgun kind of thing. You can have him, you know, having a handheld weapon. You know, so you can pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang. Or you can have him just wielding the one, you know, wielding the other. There's storage for this as well. There is 2 tabs right here, and you can use the use that. If you don't like that, what you can do is you can use this tab right there, and you can where is it? You can use that right there, and that kind of like cleans up the silhouette a little bit if you want to just store them on the back. I don't really like to store them like that, so, you know, that's that. So, you know. Now, there is an upgrade kit for some of the problems. There's not a lot of problems with this guy, but some nitpicks that people wanted, make this like really really good. There is a DNA design upgrade kit for this guy, that gives him, I think, a little bit more height. Gives him articulated hands. Gives him a new front crest piece and some new faces. Gives him a G1 accurate gun, and the most thing that I really really like is a new matrix chain. Because this one actually is not that good. There is an actual chain on eBay. There's actual, I think, Non-F Productions made an actual upgrade kit for this. I think there's also filler pieces for the arms for transformation. But there is the chain doesn't really look that good. There have been some people that have been drilling. I don't know if you can see it, but there is kind of filled in space right there. There have been some people that have actually drilled in there and try to hollow that out, try to make it a little bit better. I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to ruin it. I might just get either the Non-F Productions kit, or I might get the DNA design upgrade kit. There's also some fillers that for the people who don't want to break the figure and do the shoulder fix. Take this thing apart, do the shoulder fix, or are just gonna rotate the arms around and have that that pin, that disc pin just showing. There are some fillers for that DNA design has. So so yeah. So there you have that. Now for comparison. So for comparison, saddle up because we've got a lot. What should we start off with? Here he is with the Last Night Where'd Your Megs? Big scale. Here he is with TF Prime Where'd Your Megs? Here he is with Netflix Soundwave. Scale. Here he is with Earthrise Prime. Just because here he is with Core Class Megs. I'm taking those away way too fast. Here he is with Kingdom Dinobot. Scale. Here he is with Kingdom Primal. Here he is with Kingdom Waspinator. Here he is with Kingdom Leader Megs. And it's so good to have two Kingdom leader class figures. You have that. Here he is with the Siege mold, both of the Nemesis and regular paint job. Wait, it's hard to reach. Here he is with Kingdom of Bad Comedy, or the King of Bad Comedy. You have that. Here he is with 86 Hot Rod. Look how small he is. Jesus. Here he is with Kingdom Cyclonus. Stand. Please stand. Thank you. You have that. And last but certainly not least, here he is with the previous mainline Galvatron, the Titans Return Galvatron. This is a loose copy that I got from Once Upon a Child. That I did modify. So there you go. So there you have Kingdom Galvatron, and yeah, what a figure, man! Like I can't believe that I actually have this in my collection. This is a really, really, really well done figure. Cannon mode looks really awesome. Transformation, it's smooth, solid, really, really good. The only thing that is a little bit fiddly is just getting the chest assembled. But other than that, it's really good. Robot mode is amazing. I can't think of a better way for Hasbro to make a Galvatron. Many companies have tried making a Galvatron, both in masterpiece scale, but I think this one, there is a Mania King, Make Toys Mania King. I think it was Make Toys. I can't remember, but that was actually one of the best Galvatron figures out there until this guy showed up. This guy is a really, really, really good figure. Kingdom alone is one of the best freaking toy line. The Kingdom series is one of the best freaking toy lines that has come out in the past years. Because it really shows that Hasbro and Takara's engineering is getting a lot better. With their War for Cybertron line, because they've been giving us mini masterpiece representations of our favorite characters. There is a couple, bad apples in the Kingdom line, but other than those, the Kingdom line is it just brings out mini masterpieces. So, this figure is a prime example. This has got to be one of, if not, this has got to be probably the second best Kingdom figure out there. Probably second only to the Commander Rodimus. Because that figure is looks freaking amazing. I don't have that Rodimus, so it's gonna be, and it's nearly impossible to get Rodimus these days. So here's to hoping I can get him for Christmas. But I honestly, if I got a Rodimus, I wouldn't. If I didn't get a Rodimus, I wouldn't be mad because Hot Rod I do like. But I would like a Rodimus because that would be maybe my fourth copy of the Matrix. But other than that, this figure is amazing. So yeah. Now, in terms of getting this figure, good luck. I think Big Bad Toy Store might have him still. I'm not 100% sure. Hasbro Pulse definitely does not have him, unless you want the reformatted Galvatron, which comes with the accessories for the HasLab Unicron, or the Gen Select Galvatron. Oop, I bumped the camera. But if you just want the stock version, good luck. Good luck. That's all I can say to you. But, just check around. It might be on Amazon, all that. So, yeah. Now, at the time of this recording, I am still in the process of uploading every single video that I have in my save file. So, just be prepared for that. I'm going to get that done by year's end, before New Year's, because then I have to do a toy haul, which is probably, and everything I get for Christmas, if I do get any Transformers for Christmas, I am going to review that next year. I'm going to start those reviews next year. But, other than that, I've got everything ready to go. And I just need to right before I started shooting this review, I did shoot the Waspinator review. So, when that goes up, you'll see it. But, it is what it is. And yeah, so basically this is gonna be probably the last review of the year. So all I've got to say is Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, and I hope to see you all in 2022. So I guess that's it. So there is the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Leader Class Galvatron, and this is Luke saying, remember, we are here. We are waiting.
We are here. We are waiting.